Here are 5 books that you need to read if you haven't already. Hey guys, it's Tiff and welcome back to my channel. You already know what today's video is, so I do not need to tell you twice. What is up? Truly, if you have not read these books, you literally need to. So after this video's over, get on Amazon, go to Barnes, pick them up, and read them if you haven't already, because you will not regret it. So let's get into it, starting with the first book, which is Love in Other Words by Christina Lauren. There is literally so much I could say about this book. It is just truly such a good book. So if you don't know what this book is about, we have a second chance childhood friends to lovers trope going on. This is literally the first book I ever filmed a reading vlog for, and when I say I was sobbing, you can literally see it in the video. Like, I was bawling. I could not handle it. I could not handle it. But other than that, like, this book is just so good. This book truly made me feel every single emotion that I could ever possibly feel. I was blushing, laughing, all giddy, but there was times where, like I just said, I was also crying and so sad because such horrible things were happening, and it's just truly a book that can make you feel all of the emotions. Christina Lauren did an amazing job writing this book. And another thing about this book is they would be explaining certain things in this book, like how something smelled or how she felt being with him. It would literally just transport me back in time, and I would feel like I was smelling what she was smelling, but with me and my husband when we were younger in high school, or like experiencing what they were experiencing, but me and my husband in high school. Like, it was just so weird, but like, I feel like there is something so amazing about a book when it can do that for you. Literally, so many people love this book, and for very good reason. It is so good, and if you haven't read it, you definitely need to add it to your TBR and get it read ASAP, because it is so good. Moving along, the next book is Magnolia Parks by Jessa Hastings. Holy crap, this book is incredible. I need to continue the series, but every time I go to Barnes, they don't have the rest of the series, so I need to just order them off Amazon or something. So if you don't know what this is about, think Gossip Girl, but in the UK in a book. That is this. And if you haven't seen Gossip Girl, I need you to think rich kids who think they can do whatever they want, partying, alcohol, drugs, toxic relationships with not only significant others, but your friends too. That is this book, okay? It is a very toxic book. So if you are not someone to like reading or even watching stuff like that, this is definitely one to pass for you. But if you love Gossip Girl, oh my god, let me tell you, you are going to love this. You're gonna eat it up, because I know I did. I genuinely loved this. This was like the first book I read that was on the bigger side. It made me love bigger books because I got so much out of this. Like, you obviously get a lot more content from a big book, and I love that. I was hooked from the start from this book. Like, the moment I started reading this, I was absolutely hooked. I love the story. I love these characters. I honestly think I want to reread this because I just loved it so much, and I would love to annotate this. When I read this, I had at that point not annotated a book before, so I definitely want to reread this and annotate it because I feel like this would be so fun to annotate. Yeah, that is that. Literally pick it up and read it, please. You will not regret it. Moving along, this is actually the second in a series, and it is the second in the Twisted series. So we have Twisted Games by Anna Hong. Oh my gosh, this was my absolute favorite from the series, and I think the reason it was my favorite is because I love reading stuff about princesses, and this is that, okay? This is that. So if you don't know what this book is about, this is about Bridget and Reese. Bridget is a princess and Reese is her bodyguard. Let me tell you, this is the first ever bodyguard romance I have ever read, and man oh man, I am obsessed. I need more. If you have more bodyguard romance recommendations, please leave them below. I need them all because man oh man, I loved this so much. Also, I will just never recover from this book. I love Mr. Reese Larson so much. I will not recover from him. I will not recover from this book. And I also just love Bridget because yes, she's a princess, but she is not your prim proper princess, okay? She has some attitude. She tells it like it is. She just has this energy that is just so like infectious about her, and I love her. She was definitely my favorite of the females. Surprisingly though, Reese was not my favorite male, but if you want to know who it was, I actually filmed a reading vlog of me reading this whole series, so go watch that. This is only the second ever book I annotated, and I annotated the shit out of this book. I don't know if you can see all these annotations, but truly I annotated this so much. Like, I really did. Truly, like, I feel like this just shows how much I love this book because I'm finding annotations to read you because I'm getting so emotional like rereading some of these things. This says, something light and velvety brushed against my heart and fluttered just once, but it was enough for me to identify it. A butterfly. Literally. Oh my god. Yeah, I love this book so much. Please read this series if you haven't already. And if you're on the fence about reading the series because you don't know if you'll like it, truly, go watch my reading vlog. It's spoiler free and I read the entire series in that video. So you can kind of see what I thought of each book. And if you're on the fence, you might be off the fence by the time you finish that video. Anyways, moving on. Next book is Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter. Let me tell you, Miss Haley fam knew what she was saying when she said this book was good. I do not know if this book has crack in it or what, but man oh man is this book incredible, okay? This book is a YA romance fiction and it is honestly one of the most wholesome, cute books I have ever read. Oh my god, I truly enjoyed every single second I spent reading this book. I was having so much fun. I feel like you can enjoy a book a lot without actually having fun reading it. Like, I loved Magnolia Parks, but I was not having fun reading that because that is about toxic relationships, okay? I was having so much fun reading this. This book is just something else. It is so good. This book may or may not have a little fake dating in it. Oh my god, I didn't know that going into this book. And wow, fake dating is my absolute favorite trope. So when I got to this book and I realized that it had fake dating in it, I was like, are you for real? Are you for real? I was so excited. I was so giddy this whole book, like just kicking my feet. The writing style of this is just so fun. Going through her trying to get this guy to fall in love with her and ask her to prom is just, it's such a fun storyline. Genuinely, again, had so much fun reading this. Also, it's such a fast read. Like, yeah, it's not super short, but I flew through this. I read it so fast because it was just so good. And it was just such a light, easy, wholesome read. Like, genuinely, if you finish reading like a very smutty romance and you're like, I need a break from reading stuff like that, or you read a fantasy and you're like, I need a break, I need something fun and easy to read, like, this is what you should go to because it is so good. Please read it. Please read it. You will truly not regret it. It is so good. This is actually going to be in an upcoming reading vlog. Same with the next book. So get excited for that. In the last book, and honestly, I think this book may or may not be my new favorite book ever. Like, I genuinely fell so in love with this book. At the end of this book, I was truly sobbing, happy tears, because it was so unbelievably cute, and I got it on video for you guys. So again, look out for that reading vlog, but it is by a thread by Lucy Score. This is a grumpy sunshine. He's a grumpy boss, and she is the sunshine, always happy, lifting people's spirits. We got some kind of like a little enemies to lovers going on. Oh my god, this is so good. Just thinking about this book, okay, just thinking about this book, I just can't even handle thinking about this book. I have literally been thinking about this book almost every single day since I finished it. I loved it so much, okay? I love Dominic. I truly just like fell in love with him throughout this book. I loved how big this is, okay? We all know Lucy Score writes fat books, okay? We all know she does. This is the first book I ever read from her, and I need to read them all now because of how much I loved this. I loved the writing. I loved how much I got from this book. And also, this book was a little bit more of a slow burn. They're not, you know, starting to do anything physical at page 50 or 100. Like, I'm pretty sure I got to page like 300 before they did the deed, okay? If you don't like a slow burn, maybe don't go for this, but also I used to hate slow burns and I absolutely loved this. I love watching their relationship kind of start from hate and then, you know, just kind of bubble up and evolve from there. But oh my god, this book is just incredible. Please pick this up. Like, genuinely, if you have not read this, if you are gonna read any of the books from this video, please read this one. I just cannot express to you how much I loved this. It was so good. Genuinely just loved everything about this book. I loved every minute of it. I had so much fun and enjoyed my time so much while reading this. So please read this. And again, this is gonna be a reading vlog soon, so look forward to that. You'll see my reactions to everything in that. Again, if you're gonna read any of these books, make it this one. Make it this one. So those are my top 5 books for the first 5 months of the year. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already, because we have a lot of fun over here and we want you to join the fun. With that being said, I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one. Peace. This book is about, whoa.